Welcome to Second Listen Saturday on the Parenting Roundabout podcast, where we share some fun moments from a past episode for your weekend listening pleasure. Look for new episodes every Monday through Friday.
Today, we're talking about our unsentimental response to a sentimental concept. So this is an article we came across, which seems to happen every year, about how we only have 18 summers with our children and we better value every second of them. Do not let them sit in their rooms playing on their computers for 5 minutes because it's only one of 18 and you better make the most of it. So we thought, rather than dwelling on this whole 18 summers thing, which, by the way, I mean, kids come home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Tell me about it.
Oh, honey, you wish.
Yeah. So, but we thought, there's other things in parenthood that we might only have 18 of and be thrilled about, right?
Yes.
So, for me, one of them, I think, was taking my kids to swimming lessons at the Y.
Oh.
Like you have to they have to learn how to swim. It's the whole thing. But it was always such a process, getting all the stuff and bringing them to the pool and getting them dressed in the locker room. That was always a little bit gross.
Disgusting.
And then they don't want to go. Or if you have, the one that's in lessons and the other one that's not, and then you have to corral them at the side of the pool so they don't go flying in there. So yeah, 18, I probably did it more than 18 times, but it was 18 times too many, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, that just reminds me, I'm just so happy that, for the last 18 years, I've had to find activities for my kids to do every summer. Whether it's a camp or vacation or somehow I had to keep them entertained. And it was such a huge pressure. We couldn't just let them be. I mean, we had to make sure they were in this camp and that camp and soccer camp and art camp. And, it just was on and on and on. And it started early because if you didn't start in January, then you didn't get a spot for your kid in camp. And it just the pressure of it. I'm so glad that's over.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done.
And for my family, summer was always a time of lack of routine, which is very difficult, or transitioning from one routine, and then back into the original routine. If you had one camp and then you had some time where there was no camp, man, 18 summers of that was entirely enough. And we had more than 18 summers of it because they went to college, but they were living at home. And so that, now that they're working jobs that go through the year, it's so wonderful. Everything just keeps on keeping on, and we don't have that. I was so happy to come to the end of that. Yay.
Yeah, I hear ya. Just keeping up with the reading and the homework and the expectations that, you still, went to the public library for reading time and checked out books. And it was that whole pressure of keeping your child, still academically engaged. And it was this is summer. Come on, let us be. Right. If my kid doesn't want to pick up a book.
How about 18 months of reading logs?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, so over that.
Or either having to spend the entire summer helping your kid do the pile of summer homework that was given out.
Yes.
Or 18 summers of finding out 3 days before school starts that your kid had it and did not do it. Yeah. And then you have to do the marathon. Thank goodness those summers are over.
Goodbye.
And good riddance.
Yes, I will. What is that? Shutting the door on the way out kind of thing?
Don't let the door hit you.
Yeah, don't let the door hit you. Over that.
One of the things that was mentioned in the article is only 18 years of family vacations together. And it's like, yeah, that mom had to plan and agonize over and be in charge of and pack for. And then people aren't happy with one thing or another thing. And then mom is, either yelling at people or kicking herself that she did things wrong. As much as I would like to go on a vacation with my family again, I do not miss the pressure to do that every year. That's great. You have work. You can't go on a vacation. Awesome. Yeah. Let's stay home. Awesome. Bye-bye those summers of forced family travel.
Yes. Or 18 summers of trying to find a play date for your kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because they are in the house on their game or TV and you're feeling guilty because you haven't, provided them with enough socialization.
Right.
So you scrounge around trying to find a play date for them. And anyway.
Also with these 18 summers, speaking of the vacations and just family things, my kids are busy during the summer. We can barely, my niece wants us to come and visit with her one last time before she goes to college, which we would love to do. But we literally have 3 days when we can do it that my kids don't have school activities because they start in August. Team sports practice, camps, whatever. They're pretty booked in the summer. So don't make me feel guilty because they're doing the things they want to do.
Yeah.
And they love to do. And these are their passions. And that's why we are not necessarily doing a big family trip,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not to mention paying for all of it.
Exactly. Yeah. 18 summers of money going out the door.
4 vacations and 4 camps and 4 all the other things. I mean, my kids, for a while we sent them to this very expensive special needs summer camp. And then after that, I would have to pay extra for somebody to be with my son at camp, which I was happy to do, to have him in it. But I'm also happy to no longer have to do. Now they go out and they make money. That is awesome. Instead of me spending money to occupy them. I was very happy once the summer job program started up that they could participate in.
Mm-hmm.
No more summers of scrounging for expensive things for them to do. Yes.
Yeah. Or even just coming up with some kind of healthy, interesting food, that is I don't know, maybe it was later years when, Pinterest was more common, but that whole kind of, carve the watermelon up into fun slices.
Oh my.
Just the whole making sure they're eating healthy. And because when school's there, it's kind of a bit, it's standard fare, right?
Right.
They have their standard stuff and they're fine with it. But, now you have to come up with, you feel like the pressure, well, you just can't hand them a bag of goldfish crackers and call it a day.
Yes. and the pressure to make special memories out of everything.
Yeah.
Because you only have 18 summers. So let's eat a different thing every day and make it together. And let me teach you how to cook. Or let's go to this spot to eat every day. Let's go to a picnic. Let's have something, let's make pizzas. Let's do something, that will be a memory for you forever.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of pressure, It
is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay. 18 summers. Well, it hasn't been 18, but just like Catherine was saying about going to the beach. Hated going to the beach. The pressure.
Just the sunscreen application alone.
And then afterwards, the sand everywhere and the cleanup and don't miss that at all.
Yeah.
And
yeah. It's one of those things that you can make all sorts of dreamy pronunciations about it. Oh, only 18 years to take my baby to the beach. And then the actual fact of it is horrible. And you're like, when can I stop doing this?
Yeah.
So many things are like that about childhood.
But pro tip, I did not know this until I moved to California, but the best way to get rid of sand off a kid's body is bathe them in baby powder. Baby powder all over their body, and that sand just falls off.
That's good to know. My philosophy is the best way to keep sand off a kid's body is to not take them to the beach.
Go.
Right.
Then you do not have to worry about it. Well, we are clearly not nostalgic for those little kid days, or we resent being made nostalgic for them.
Right.
And that's just the way we roll. And we hope that we have helped parents who are feeling guilted by articles like this to do special things with their kids to, oh my goodness, take the summer off and just count your blessings.